Hey out there in YouTube land. I'm over here at the Gray House. If you're not familiar with the Gray House, I bought this house about a month ago. I've been moving along on this, lots of renovations. I call it the Gray House because when I bought it, it had gray siding, gray old aluminum siding on the side. And I just so happened to put gray new vinyl siding on it, so it's still the Gray House. So this house is the 11th house that I bought in about 6 years. And I would have bought even more, but the market, I got so many excuses. Anyway, a little bit of background. I used to buy houses many, many years ago, over 20 years ago. And I did that for a few years, and a couple unfortunate situations happened that I caused. And I had to get out of the business. I had to go back and work a W-2 job. So about 6 years ago, I got back into it. I bought a half a duplex in South Amboy, New Jersey, a modest buy, had modest renovations, and then I sold the house, and I was still working a W-2 job. I hated the W-2 job. I hated it. I've had over 100 jobs. I said this in previous videos, but I never felt like I fit in a W-2 job. It was either them or it was me, but I never fit in. So I had this W-2 job. I flipped the half a duplex, and I made more money on that flip in, 4 or 5 months than I would make the whole year working a W-2 job that I hated. When I got back into the business 6 years ago, I told everybody I knew about this business because it was like I found like a nugget of gold or I found a cave full of gold. And I try to live by the philosophy that I have to give it away in order to keep it. So I would try to bring people with me to this cave of gold. This is a big metaphor. It's like a parable. Ooh, I feel powerful. And wherever I went, whoever I spoke to, friends, family, kids, I'd say, hey, listen, I found this like secret that if you buy real estate, you can make a lot of money. You can have all these other benefits that go along with it, freedom, different things like that. I told everybody. And I don't think one person changed it up and got into it. And at first I was like a little resentful, like, hey, I'm trying to give this away, like this thing that I found, which is amazing. To me, it's amazing. And then after a while, I realized, like, it might not be for everyone. I mean, there's some dirty work involved. There's always dust around. What the heck is going on over there? No way am I taking a bath there. You can't see it, but there's approximately 1,373,000 mouse turds in there. And you think you have a lot of garbage at your house? Come on. So you saw how dirty a house like this could be. You should look at the video when I bought the house. There's different levels of filth, and this filth is like dusty and dirty and stuff like that, but when I bought it and I had to go through somebody else's stuff, that was disgusting. There were a couple pots, and I'm not exaggerating. There was a couple pots that had like something that looked like was probably meat and potatoes at one time. And I don't know how long it was there, but I'm gonna say one word: maggots. Now that was nasty. Taking out somebody's old toilet bowl, like I did that one time in Albuquerque. I'm not even gonna go into detail. Anyway, gross. Let's just say gross. And that might be one of the big reasons why somebody doesn't want to get into it. Well, I'm not gonna clean a bathtub, somebody else's filth. Check out that bathtub, huh? You have to look back earlier and see what it looked like. Now it's not done. Like that is extremely stubborn over there. But I gotta tell you, it's coming back to life. I know I'm gonna get like tens and tens of comments. Harry, how did you bring that cast iron tub back to life like you did? I'm gonna say some elbow grease. So, I'm making a point here. I don't want to clean up somebody else's bathtub either. No way. I just sounded like my father when I did that. However, you give me enough money, I can clean a bathtub. And I gotta tell you, it's really satisfying. So let me just show you this. This is the one bedroom. And this is gonna be an awesome bedroom with the high ceiling. I'm gonna put a closet over there so it's kind of cleaned up, right? Bay window over there. This is that room that had all the crap in there. I can't give that piano away. If someone out there wants a piano, I gotta tell you, it's in really good shape. It sounded kind of good, right? Anyway, this was the room that was packed with crap, and now it's not. And the previous owner finished this bedroom. Like, this was the one spot in the house that was finished. It didn't have flooring, but, and that's like a whole different, like, anyway, it's all painted. I'm gonna put another coat of paint on it and, you know, fix the baseboards and stuff, but not bad, right? And this is the rest of the house. I'm leaving this open in case the plumber has to get down below. Let me show you. So I have this open, like somebody really skinny could get down there. So I cleaned the bathtub. I swept up a little bit. I got a big pile of crap outside I got to get rid of. I mean, this is just a single family house. It's not like I'm going to get my own HGTV show, right? However, if somebody out there has any pull with HGTV and they're looking for a new, speaking of HGTV, you can watch some of those shows and you can get motivated by watching some of those. There was that good-looking couple out in California. I don't even know if they're still together. If they're not, I'm sorry. But they go out to a house, it's like $1 million in, I don't know, Los Angeles or wherever. She'll walk in and she'll see something a little gross, like maybe somebody left like a cup on a table without a coaster. And she gets a little squeamish and runs out. That's great for entertainment, but also people could use that as motivation because there's always a twist. Like, you don't know if they're going to lose $500,000. And then at the end, they pull it together and they make $1 million. That could motivate people. That's not what happened with me. I bought Carlton Sheets, How to Buy a House with No Money Down, back in, I think, 1994. It cost $100. It had VHS tapes that you could watch, put it into your VCR. For you young people out there, VCR was, I don't know, go there. And it had cassette tapes. Now that's a whole, and it had a manual that you could follow along with. $100 back in 1994, I was cutting countertops for a living and going to school full time in New Mexico. $100 is a lot. That $100 got me pumped. So I never used any of the techniques from Carlton Sheets. If you're watching Carlton Sheets, if you're still alive, that pumped me up to get out there and start doing this. But I didn't use any of your techniques. Maybe that's the intention I have here with this video. Is like, whether it's going out there to become a real estate investor or even like going a different route. Like, hey, I've been working in a cubicle for 12 years and I've never liked it. And I watch this guy, Harry, and he seems like he's living a pretty good life and he's pretty happy. If I can have some kind of a small influence of you stepping out and then living a life beyond your wildest dreams, what more would I want to ask for? Talking about a good life. Well, first, let me tell you this. How much would it cost me, or how much would I charge to clean somebody else's bathtub? How about $100,000? Would $100,000 like get you motivated to clean somebody else's bathtub? I think so. That's how much when I come into a house, that's the minimum that I want on a house. I want to make $100,000. So I need to have a cushion of at least $100,000 after everything is said and done. We got soft costs in there, and I know that my brother-in-law says that they're not sexy to talk about soft costs. But things besides renovations that you have to go and take into consideration. Then you got the actual renovations, and you know, there's numbers behind the scenes and all that. But at the end of the day, I want a minimum of $100,000 to make on a house. So $100,000 will get me pretty pumped. I could clean a bathtub. I could take pots filled with, I don't really know what that was, and I could throw them outside for $100,000 because I wasn't making nearly that much in a W-2 job. On top of that, here comes the motivation. On top of that, I come and go as I please. I have a life beyond my wildest dreams. My father-in-law is in a rehab right now after the hospital, so he's in a rehab. And for you well-wishers out there, thank you. He's doing fantastic. I caught him doing PT yesterday, physical therapy, And man, he was doing really good. I had a cup of coffee for him, and I was across the room, and I said, hey, I'm going to use this as like a carrot. Come on and get it. Anyway, so he's doing good. I'm making a point here. I get to go visit my father-in-law in the rehab. I couldn't do that when I had a W-2 job. The freedom that I have going with this job, I don't really like to call it a job, is amazing. So I want to make at least $100,000 on each house. That's when I flip it. If I hold it, I want to make more than that, and I'm going to keep some of it in equity. So you can build up a little nest egg, like $1 million nest egg in less than 6 years. That's the nest egg that you can build up. So I gave you some motivation with the money. I'm cleaning bathtubs for $100,000 or more. I'm going to stay in real estate because I was able to build up a nest egg of over $1 million in less than 6 years. It's not bad. And I get to do these things, like go see my father-in-law. I get to spend time with family. I get to like pick up and leave whenever I want, stuff like that. It's amazing. Talking about amazing, I got a text from casino host out in Las Vegas, one of the MGM properties. And he said transportation has been set up. Transportation. They're picking us up in a limo in Las Vegas and taking us to a suite at the area. It's 1,200 square feet. This house that I'm in, it's 800 square feet. I get to feel like a big shot out in Las Vegas as a result of cleaning the bathtub. I'm not saying that to like brag or pat myself on the back. I'm just saying, why do I do it? Like somebody might say, well, I don't know. You'd have to give me a lot. Well, is this enough? Oh, and I meant to make it a surprise for Diane, but I'm not good at keeping surprises. Like if I bought Christmas presents right now, I would be giving them to people in October. But I bought first class tickets on the airline, and we never flew first class. So I'm saying this because if money is a motivator for you to get into real estate, then I'm giving you a couple pump me up numbers. At least $100,000 on each house. Build a nest egg over $1 million in 5 years. Get to go to Vegas and fly first class. Here's the best benefit. If you go out there and you find a house and you want to run numbers or you think so, then you got me in the back. You got me in the back burner. Like, hey, Harry, like you said that you would help. And here I am. I'm offering it. I found this house in so-and-so on this street, and this is how much they'll sell it to me for. What do you think? We'll run numbers together. I'll come down and take a look at the house with you. We'll have fun. So, if this isn't a motivational video after all that, I don't know what is.